Could FTX be making a comeback? What is going on with Binance withdrawals? And Bitcoin is looking red hot again. We're going to hop straight into it, guys. Let's first head over to the charts. Let's take a look at the charts. As we can see, Bitcoin really has not been slowing down. It's chilling around that 34K range, almost at 35 right now. Bitcoin is up. Solana is having a day once again, up almost 9% on the day. Almost touched, I think it might have touched 34, almost touched $34 today. Chainlink been pumping too out the gate, hit over 11.5. And we take a look at the stock market. The stock market has been dumping and it is holding back these Bitcoin miners, which we're going to touch on later in this video. Coinbase stocks doing all right. Once again, the stock market and equities is kind of just pulling down the crypto stocks. I believe the crypto stocks would be absolutely going bananas right now if the entire stock market wasn't basically down. So yeah, now let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. As you can see trending here, Pepe is leading the meme coins. I've said this before, but I believe Pepe is going to probably flip Shiba in the bull market. I could be completely wrong, but I believe the two big meme coins of the next bull market will be Doge, obviously because Elon Musk and more, and Pepe. So Pepe is a very strong meme. It's a very popular meme, and I do believe they will have a big run. But yeah, let's take a look at our first story of the day. Bitcoin ETF could draw over $14 billion in investment inflows in the first year. And this is really the big thing about the Bitcoin ETFs. The spot Bitcoin ETF getting approved basically gives a green light to all the institutions, and that brings all the capital in. We are not in a retail game anymore. We are in an institutional game. This is a game about whales, big money, and Wall Street. That's just the truth, whether you like it or not. That's just the way it is now. And if the spot Bitcoin ETF gets approved, which I do believe it will get approved at some point, I believe it will happen in 2024. But with that being said, when it does get approved, we're going to see a ridiculous amount of money inflow. I think it's going to cause an enormous amount of FOMO. And we know Larry Fink and the boys at BlackRock have been pounding the drum on that thing for a while. So, yeah, I'm very excited for that to get approved. A lot of money is going to come in. And to our next story, take a look at this. On CNBC this morning, not too much, just a CNBC anchor has said, prepare for the halving. The halving is coming. They're pumping Bitcoin on CNBC. CNBC is always pumping crypto, but yeah, WCNBC pumping our bags. And then take a look at this. Yesterday there was news that the BlackRock iShares Spot Bitcoin ETF got taken off the DTCC, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, and now it is back on. There was also another report that had been on the list since August, but they just never reported it, and now they conveniently just came out of the story. I don't really know, to be honest, but yeah, it's still on there, which is good. Bullish. Hooray. Let's go. And to our next story, take a look at this. The SEC yesterday charged BlackRock with failing to disclose investments. Literally a joke, a slap on the wrist. When the SEC or anybody comes after JP Morgan, BlackRock, any of these big Wall Street guys, it's literally a meme. Because they get, fined for a couple $1 million or something like that? What's a couple $1 million to them? What's $1 billion to them? It's nothing. They have literally unlimited money. So I thought this was pretty hilarious. And could this also be, the psyop of, is BlackRock, failing to disclose investments? Does BlackRock got some Bitcoin? It's possible. That would be insanity. If BlackRock came out, they had Bitcoin on their balance sheet, all hell would break loose, and it's very possible. But I don't think it's going to happen yet, but it's going to happen at some point. And then take a look at this. I'm going to talk about the Bitcoin miners for a little bit. If you know me, you follow me on Twitter, you know that I really like the Bitcoin miners. I believe a lot of them are going to do very good. And there has been some controversy with them because of the halving that's coming up. And some of these miners don't have that much cash. Some of these miners, they're not that efficient. So coming to the halving, it's going to be, a lot of the miners are preparing because, in the halving, their Bitcoin gets split in half. And a lot of them, they rely on that Bitcoin and all that stuff. So, but the good news is that Bitcoin's been pumping. So the whole story has been, if Bitcoin's sitting around $28,000 by the time the halving comes, or post-halving, it's going to cause a lot of trouble for some miners, a lot. A lot of the smaller ones with not that much cash are going to probably get wrecked if they don't have much Bitcoin. But with that being said, I do not believe Bitcoin's going to be sitting around $28,000 in May. Don't think that's happening. And as Dylan LeClaire says down here, he's talking about Clean Spark, and he said down here, a lot of their build-out was funded. Where I'm trying to find this. He says, in my view, at some point in the next 6 to 12 months, public miners are going to be an extremely attractive swing into a full-fledged bull market. but I remain a tad cautious currently. And yeah, I believe so. I think a lot of the smaller miners, here's the reality. If Bitcoin's sitting around like 40K per Bitcoin, 50K, but even 40K, by the time May rolls around, April rolls around, all the miners are pretty much fine. All the miners are fine. If Bitcoin's sitting around 28K, some of them, I don't think Bitcoin is not going to be sitting at 28K by then. But just saying hypothetically, Bitcoin sitting at 28K, that's a doomer scenario, then they could be in some trouble. 28K, 25K, that whole range. The range we've been trading in for the last like fucking year and a half or something like that. But with that being said, I think it's going to pump up. I mean, there's a chance Bitcoin could be sitting around like 50K by then, especially after the halving. And if we see a spot Bitcoin ETF, we're going to see like 50K. But that's my whole thing. I think, and despite all that, I think the Bitcoin miners are going to make a lot of people a lot of money, not financial advice. Do your own research, but I definitely take a look at them because I think they could go really big. You know, an example, let me just pull up the chart real quick. So back in November 2022 or October 22, when the stock market bottomed and we saw FTX crash, Riot was trading around $3. Mara was trading around $3. Hut was trading around less than $1. As you can see, Riot here has made over a 3x. Mara's made over a 3x. Hut's almost at a 3x. Take a look at Coinbase, another theme. It's $30, you know, over a 2x. Working on that 3x. So a lot of these miners are, you know, these crypto stocks are very volatile, but they run. Don't think you can't make gains in the stock market, guys. Do not think that. You're not going to make a lot of gains on Tesla. Your base is going to be exit liquidity, but you can make a lot of money on the Bitcoin mining stocks and, you know, Coinbase and stuff. And once again, not financial advice. But to our next story, take a look at this. Binance today temporarily halted crypto withdrawals due to a technical issue. Now, I personally just believe it's a technical issue. I don't think this is anything big. CZ put this out on Twitter. He said, technical issue with a middleware service impacting withdrawals. Funds are safe. Our team is on it. And then we're going to take a look at what Binance had to say from their official account. We are experiencing a technical issue with crypto withdrawals. As a result, they are temporarily unavailable whilst our team works on the fix. Fiat withdrawals are available and working. All funds are safe. We apologize for the inconvenience and we'll update the progress. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to jump on this and be like, oh my gosh. But here's the truth. It's probably just a technical issue and they just fixed it. So, yeah, and I'm pretty sure everything's good to go now. And to our next story, take a look at this. SBF's lawyer today, Cohen, just said this. We're going to put on 3 witnesses, then our client. And Dylan LeClaire just said SBF is about to sing. So, yeah, things are going to really heat up with the SBF FTX trial. But speaking of FTX, we got some interesting news yesterday that FTX is considering proposals from 3 bidders to restart trading. Now, this isn't the first time this kind of news has been talked about. You know, there's been news about FTX starting up once again. And I think, you know, a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but if FTX really had a restart, I genuinely think their token, FTT, would low-key get memed and kind of pump. Maybe not nothing crazy, but I think crypto Twitter, knowing crypto Twitter, would low-key just meme the whole thing and pump it up. Maybe they don't, and maybe they just short the fuck out of it. But I have a low-key feeling just on some crypto Twitter shit. You know how the fuckers are. You know, they'd be hilarious. Ha ha ha, FTX comes back, let's pump the coin. Ha ha ha. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. But I think they would have to reskin it and rebrand it and not call it FTX because the name FTX is so tarnished. No one's ever forgetting that shit. And to our next story, take a look at this. Last story of the day, U.S. bankruptcies are increasing. Take a look at this chart from Unusual Whales, U.S. new bankruptcy cases, total filings, year-over-year change. And as you can see, since 2020, so in 2020, we had 0% interest rates, and we know that over the past year, interest rates have continued to go up and up and up. And the bankruptcies have jumped. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. They are going to have to lower interest rates at some point. I think they're probably going to hold interest rates for a little bit, but I do believe in maybe all of 2024 they hold. I don't know, but I think at some point in 2024 or 2025, they're going to have to lower interest rates because it is not sustainable. We've already seen multiple banks go out. A lot of businesses are getting killed. And guess what? This world is run on funny money. That's the truth. They have to keep kicking the can down the road. Biden is not going to want to come into the election, everyone hating him. I don't understand people who think we're going to have a doomer scenario. What they're going to do is they're going to kick the can down the road because they want to win office. Think about it. Biden does not want people coming to the election hating him. So he's going to do whatever he has to do to make sure this thing stays afloat. And you know how you keep it staying afloat? You inject more liquidity into the system. You keep kicking the can down the road. And that's basically my bull thesis. But yeah, not basically my whole bull thesis, but that's a part of my bull thesis. And yeah, guys, that's all we got for today's video. Make sure if you enjoyed this video to go subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and go follow me on Twitter. I'm most active on Twitter. Twitter link is in the bio. And yeah, thank you for watching.